Hey all, welcome once again to another day, another story from West Bengal. Today is day 395 of Chandigarh to Australia cycling trip and day 9 of cycling here in West Bengal. This morning I got up in this city named Betai, B-E-T-A-I, which is only 600 meters from India and Bangladesh border. I slept on this Indian oil petrol pump and let me tell you, I've got so much of love and care on this place. The staff members are really nice. I got up early and after having bath, saying goodbye to everyone, I started my ride towards Karimpur, which is at a distance of 30 kilometers from here. As it is early in the morning, everybody was busy with their morning routine tasks. Saw the locals doing morning walk, women were cleaning their house, farmers were getting ready to go to the fields. I saw women sweeping outside the house, and where else you can see this kind of a street other than West Bengal. I saw this man carrying two big pots on the back of the bicycle. So let me tell you about it. So the concept is they will buy the fish from the big market like a city. After buying them in bulk, they go to nearby villages or the cities and then sell it in retail. Here I see the people waiting for the bus. Children were going to the school. Street hawkers were preparing their cart. Morning aarti was happening in the temple. This man was trying to carry a huge bundle of woods on his bicycle. A e-rickshaw owner having a big safety tank on it was going to get it filled with the water. I saw a few more people waiting for the bus. I saw a farmer wearing that traditional hat and going to the field. I saw more locals doing morning walk. Saw a man brushing his teeth standing roadside while having his child in his arms. These kind of routine things I see every day in the morning whenever I start early, and today you have got the chance to see them with me. I found that early morning time was little lazy. It seems like people are half sleepy, half awake, and similar was the condition of the nature. Half sleepy, half awake. I have not seen such huge trees roadside anywhere in other states. Behind those trees there were the water bodies or the ponds. I saw an academy, a college and a school. I came through this road 2 days ago. I observed few things about these localities here in West Bengal. Banana farming seems to be one of the major business here. Here in this area, they do the banana farming on a very large scale. The sun was rising in the sky, but was looking very small like a moon. Maybe it was because of the clouds. So when I was riding on these roads, a very strange kind of a question was being asked.
चंडीगढ़ से आई हो?
जी, चंडीगढ़ से आई हूँ. So the way he had changed my gender, that made me laugh. While riding, suddenly one thing grabbed my attention, and that thing was there on the handlebar of a motorcycle. दादा ये क्या है?
ये खाने वाला चीज है।
ये सब्जी बनता है?
हाँ, सब्जी बनता है।
कुकिंग करते हैं, इसको क्या बोलते हैं हम?
इसको साबला बोलता है। साबला साबला।
अच्छा, साबला। सांप जैसा है इसलिए।
पानी में होता है। पानी में होता है।
पानी में होता है, देखा है मैंने।
आप कहाँ से आए?
पर इसकी सब्जी बनती है ये नहीं पता है। I am crossing the village named Graimari, Graimari. It's a local shop where a woman was cleaning her teeth using a datun, and other locals were busy in buying different items. So when I was riding, a man came from behind and he invited me to have a cup of tea with him. I followed him to that tea shop, and there I got a chance to have an interaction with lots of local people.
तो उसको क्या करेंगे? इसे खिला के कोई नहीं मूल्य हो गया। हाँ। कभी नहीं। तो सिंगापुरी तेल कला से बहुत मूल्य है। आपका चंडीगढ़ से
छोड़ने जा रहे हो? हेलो। So sweet. What's your name?
वाइन मंडल।
Oil Mandal. Okay. And I found Bengali people are gem of a person. They are very welcoming, they are very kind, and they are always tend to talk to you and know about you. I saw a group of laborers working on these plants, which is known as pata or patakati. This plant also is grown in this area on a very large scale. You will see these kind of stacks roadside or in the open areas throughout. I have told the complete information starting from growing it into the farm and taking that fiber from it in the previous episode. At the end of the video, I will give the link on the top. You should go and watch that. Time was around 10:30 and I started feeling hungry. So I sat roadside on a bench which was made by bamboo, and I had that jalebi which I purchased yesterday from the village fair. After feeling stuffed, I started riding again. I saw a man carrying water in a cane made with metal and a small house on my left hand side. I saw the cows tied up in front of the house and a vehicle which was overloaded. I saw a group of men working very hard to take the leftover fiber from the petakati plant. I saw a man carrying a steel pot in his hand and a dog resting roadside. I saw a pandal in front of a temple and a big entry gate written Radha over it. I have entered to this city and this is how it looks like. When I was about to exit this city or village, I saw a group of laborers. They were busy in dismantling this pandal. It was lush green on both the sides of the road. I saw small houses, small shop, and a man coming out of his house. When they leave the trucks roadside like this, it makes life very difficult for many like me. Karimpur was 4 kilometers from here. When I was crossing this area, a local man come from behind and stopped me.
हम वीडियो देखते हैं, आप लोगों को ज्यादातर अच्छे लगते हैं।
अच्छा।
आप लोगों को देखकर हम ज्यादातर खुशी है, ज्यादातर अच्छे लगते हैं।
बहुत अच्छा,
थैंक यू।
Soon I entered to Karimpur city. I'm liking this kind of huge tree roadside. Time was 1:35 p.m. I was feeling hungry again, and I was searching for a place where I can go and have sabji bhat. And finally I found a place roadside. I had a plate of sabji bhat and paid 40 rupees for that. Let me tell you about a technique which I use to park my bicycles with the support of any pole or any wall, because my bicycle is heavy and none of the stand could handle it. So these days I'm using this rubber to make my bicycle keep standing at any place anytime. To park my bicycle, what I do, I put a rubber like this, so it's holding the brake. Now it can stand anywhere with any support. So after having the food, I started feeling little dizzy. I found a place which was in front of a closed shop under a shed roadside. I put my clothes to get dry and put my mattress on the ground, but it was not in my destiny to take rest, because soon I was surrounded by many locals and they kept sitting and talking with me for a quite long time. But the best part was I was looking at the road and few of the scenes were really beautiful. As we went to the fair and came late around midnight, and I slept at 2 o'clock. I was feeling very sleepy, so soon I slept and got up after 2 hours. But this nap made me feel energized and fresh again. I started the ride. I saw a farmer carrying a rickshaw to his farm, having that traditional cap on his head. I saw a woman walking with her daughter on the road. I saw another woman walking with the umbrella, and many small houses where the clothes were getting dry in the sunlight. I saw a local trying to put the chain again on his bicycle. Let me tell you, this is how they store the patakatis covered with the cow dung, which they use as a fuel after getting them dried. I saw a small kid riding a bicycle. I saw a woman cleaning her house. That's too in such a sunlight. I saw a temple roadside where a goat was resting and the people were sitting under the tree shadow. I saw a hawker who sell plastic items against iron or metal items. When I was riding, few of the teenagers on a motorcycle started talking to me. This kind of environment is very much new. I have not seen this kind of environment in most of the time in other cities or states, and I'm also sure that you have not seen them also. Soon I saw there's a group of teenagers standing roadside and they were collecting money for the Kali Puja, which is coming soon. Luckily they did not stop me. A woman was getting down from a tempo. The cows were tied in front of the house near a shed. A woman was coming out of her home. A man was dressed in white and riding a bicycle from a wrong side. Two of the locals were sitting under the shadow of a tree and the clothes were getting dried outside the house. A man was sitting on the platform which they made usually outside house, and the women was sweeping around that. A man was carrying a big load on his head and shoulders, and a man stopped me looking at the Tiranga.
Okay, hi, मैं मुर्शिदाबाद से हूँ और सामने मुर्शिदाबाद बॉर्डर है। मैं नितिन हूँ।
तारापुर. Okay, and Gopalpur घाट आगे है.
सामने गोपालपुर.
I saw 3 young kids going back from school, and a young kid was riding a bicycle. Gopalpur Ghat was 1 kilometer from here. See the kind of huts they have made using the bamboo, and most of the construction being done here using mostly the bamboo or a metal sheet. So they make this kind of a platform outside the house so that they can sit there in the hot summer days. Later in the evening, I saw the banana plantation, and the women were doing plastic material shopping from a street vendor. A e-rickshaw was parked under a tree near a cow. A man was cutting the grass to feed the cow. A woman was followed by a goat and a hawker selling sugarcane juice. I saw the ducks sitting in the water collected roadside after the rain, and a school building on my left. I came to know that the schools are closed because this is the festival season here in West Bengal. That's a sitting for the like a lunch break and all. Plastic booth also. Hello. आज छुट्टी है स्कूल में? Okay. I wanted to have a cup of tea and I was searching for it, but this shopkeeper said that he is not serving the tea at this moment. I thought I'll sit here and have a cup of tea, but he said he's not having it. So going back. A man was calling me from behind. I went and met him. After lots of efforts, when I could not find a cup of tea or a cold drink, I started riding. This was the time a man approached me from behind, and see what he said. इधर चाय कहाँ मिलेगा? बड़ी देर से ढूंढ रहा हूँ मैं.
अभी 2 किलोमीटर आगे जो पद्मा रिवर है, पद्मा रिवर का साइड है, वहाँ पर सब बैठते हैं, मतलब बैठने का जगह है, चाय पीने का, खाने पीने का सब बंदोबस्त है। अभी 2 किलोमीटर आगे चलिए तो आपको सब कुछ मिल जाएगा। नदी का व्यू भी मिल जाएगा, थोड़ा रेस्ट भी मिल जाएगा।
ये तो मजा आ जाएगा। थैंक यू ग्रेट। I saw a temple which was painted in golden color. And that is the checkpost, BSF checkpost. So finally we arrived to this location which is known as Jalangi, Jalangi, and this is the border of India and Bangladesh. Along with him I came to this shop. पूरा ग्रुप मिल गया।
हाँ, पूरा ग्रुप हम लोग बैठते हैं, चाय पीते हैं और फिर घर जाते हैं।
That's great. तो मैंने आपका शेड्यूल चेंज नहीं कराया, आप आ ही इधर रहे थे। Where I had a cup of black tea, which they call liquor. I also shared my point of view about this kind of a border or partition of the countries. So seeing how a river is between two countries, and this is not only here, you will see it's there in between India and Pakistan also. This is how the people travel. So basically these are the Indians only, and they will show their ID card and come back here. They have their fields in that area, so they'll go for work and then come back. Don't think that Bangladeshis are coming using the boat here in India. That's not the case. What a irony it is, no? Few lines and some river, how they become the border and divide the people of two countries. That's really sad in a way, but it used to be the part of India only. What else can be done? I wish I could travel to that side and stay there. I don't have to take a visa. I think Akhand Bharat is really required, and including Tibet we need to have it as it used to be earlier. I kept sitting there for quite a long time. I also had a jhalmuri sitting there. तीखा बनाना।
झालमुड़ी बना हुआ, झाल
झाल क्या होता है?
तीखा मतलब झाल होता है।
अच्छा, झाल मतलब तीखा, तो झाल मुरी मतलब तीखा मुरी।
हाँ, तीखा मुड़ी।
अब समझा मैं। ओके, खाने को चाहिए? नीचे देखो। बस खत्म हो गया, और नहीं है। प्याज नहीं खाया उसने, मिर्ची उर्ची सब खा गई। चटोरी बकरी।
Never sleep, never stop. Every shot from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
घूमने चाहते हैं तो वो नाव है ना, वहाँ पर 20 रुपए लेता है, वो जाके बॉर्डर इधर उधर घुमा के वापस यहाँ पर ले आए।
Now the morning.
Around 3:30 I left that place and paid 15 rupee for a cup of tea and a jhalmuri both. Look at the signboard. These are the kind of distances which I supposed to cover. This is the city. I wanted to withdraw some cash. I went to the HDFC Bank ATM, and to my surprise when I came back, what I saw that there were the 3 school kids having a big notebook in their small hands and writing my channel name, World Wanderer Cycling on a Budget, and that made me really surprised and happy. What's your name?
My name is Tandra Mandal.
And you?
My name is
And yours?
My name is Onik Bisal.
Okay, good. Thanks. It was really sweet of them. Though the time was only 4:30, but the sunset had started happening already. It was getting dark gradually. So I was in hurry because 5:30 it gets dark completely. I wanted to reach to a petrol pump which is supposed to be very far from here. So in front of a shop, I was called by a local. He wanted me to have a cup of tea, which I thought to deny politely. But I got another reason to stop there on that tea shop. And a press reporter came there at the same time and said that he wanted to take an interview. When the interview was being taken, this man got a cup of tea made for me and paid for that, and I was surrounded by the locals. They were interacting with me. चाय पिलाने के लिए थैंक यू।
अभी है मुर्शिदाबाद में, वेस्ट बंगाल का मुर्शिदाबाद, हर एक जगह सेफ जोन है, आप कहीं भी रुक सकते हैं।
इधर में 5-6 किलोमीटर किधर भी आप जाएगा तो कहीं भी जगह पे आप रुक सकते हैं, कोई भी दिक्कत नहीं।
Okay. So this all took around 15 to 20 minutes. The link of that interview give in the description, and a small part I'm giving here also so that you can watch.
কলবাসী এই সাইকেল আমরা দেখাবার চেষ্টা করব, এই সাইকেল ভালো করে। এই সাইকেল হচ্ছে
After the interview, I said them goodbye and started riding again. But the surprise was not over yet. After around 30 minutes of ride, when I was entering to a city, both of them, the reporter and his assistant or camera, they came and said it.
हमारा न्यूज़ लाइव देखा है पुलिस वालों ने, आपका मुर्शिदाबाद इस्लामपुर पर वेलकम करने वाला है पुलिस वालों।
Very strange है। ये क्या?
आपको वेलकम करने वाला है, आगे चौक पर ही वेलकम होगा आपका।
अच्छा, okay, thank you. Let's go and see. So this city name is Murshidabad and I was welcomed by the West Bengal police. So they gave me a bouquet and a packet of chocolate.
আপনারা দেখছেন মুর্শিদাবাদ জেলার যে মুর্শিদাবাদ পুলিশ জেলা রয়েছে তার ইসলামপুর থানা যিনি রয়েছেন দায়িত্বে তিনি কিন্তু যিনি আরটিতে
मैंने पंजाब से कन्याकुमारी में गया, कन्याकुमारी से अभी मैं इधर ऊपर की तरफ आया हूँ, ईस्ट वाला पूरा साइड में हूँ। वर्ल्ड टूर है ये, 25 साल मैं साइकिल ही चला रहा हूँ। 25 साल लगेंगे पूरा दुनिया घूमने में, दुनिया के सैर करने। Very kind of you, sir. Card tricks आपके। I kept the chocolate and returned that bouquet because it was very difficult for me to carry it along. Carry करना मुश्किल होगा बुके को, अगर आपको एतराज ना हो तो सर प्लीज। मैं आप अपने पास रखिए या किसी को दे सकते हैं। After this welcome ceremony, I started riding. I thought to go and stay at the HP petrol pump, but see why I did not stop there. I'm looking at this pump, looking very small. I'm not sure if they will be able to permit me to stay and look at the place. It's inside the city. So I'm trying to go outside the city, few more kilometers. Let's see if I can find something there. Next petrol pump was almost 11 to 13 kilometers ahead and it was really dark at that time, but I kept riding one city, then second city and third city. I was crossing one by one. This road is very congested yaar. Whenever there is a heavy vehicle I have to get down from the road. So I'm checking the distance of the pump. So let's search petrol station, go down. Indian oil, there are two. So let's check the first. How many kilometers? 4 kilometers now. Let's start and reach there. It was already 6:30. I started riding towards the petrol pump. Now the task was I have to go and get the permission. When I go there and talk to the manager, he asked me to deposit my ID card, which I did there, and then they permitted me to put my tent and sleep. So they also allocated a place where I can pitch my tent and take rest. I left my bicycle there, took bath, changed my clothes, and when I was sitting there, a local guy from a long time was asking lots of questions from me. At point of a time I started feeling irritating, but what could I do? I don't know what made him do so. At the time of leaving that place, he gave me this. See what I have got from him. What's your name, brother?
My name आसिफ अहमद।
तो आप यहीं रहते हैं मुर्शिदाबाद?
हाँ, मुर्शिदाबाद में
रहते हैं। तो आपको लगा कि आपको मेरी हेल्प करनी चाहिए जर्नी पे?
हाँ, मुझे लगा आप ये काम कर रहा है तो आपका खर्चा पानी की तो ज़रूरत है, क्योंकि आप तो कोई काम तो नहीं कर रहा है, इसलिए मुझे लगा कि आपको कुछ डोनेशन देना चाहिए।
चलिए, थैंक यू सो मच, आपने सोचा उसके लिए। Thanks a lot. So this is how my day came to an end. My total expenses of the day are 40 rupee for that sabji bhat, 5 rupee for cup of tea, 10 rupee for jhalmuri and 60 rupee for biryani. So total is 115 rupee. What did I learn today? I learned today you get the best of the things when you don't expect them. There could be two reasons. One, because you have your expectation level 0 or very low. So whatever you get, that really makes you feel happy and surprised. And even Mahatma Buddha said, kill your expectations because expectations are the cause of pain. This is what I do. When I ride, when I go anywhere, I don't expect anything. When I was not expecting, just searching for a place to stay wherever I could find, I got this man who invited for a tea, then an interview by a local channel, and then that welcome ceremony by the West Bengal police. So everything was without any expectation and given me lots of happiness. Similar thing applies to the life also. If you like this kind of a stories of my Chandigarh to Australia cycling trip, subscribe to my channel World Wonders Cycling on a Budget. Hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications about my videos first. How was my feeling and how was my experience of visiting India and Bangladesh border? I also got a chance to visit a village fair. That is a very exciting and interesting episode. I'm giving you the link here. After this video, please watch that. And those who have supported me on my journey, their names are given here. That's all for now. Take care of yourself. We will meet soon with a new day and new story. Bye bye.